I'm prepping my gear and packing for my trip to Alaska. And something important to take with you is the proper tools. For instance, if something goes wrong, you need the tools to deal with that situation. Down in the lower 48, if you're going on a long car ride, you should have a spare tire, a jack, and a tire tool. The appropriate things you need. If you're going to Alaska, you need to make sure that you have the appropriate tools for that occasion as well. If you're on a boat, you should have an oar in case your motor gives out, life jackets, maybe a box that has a bunch of survival gear in it, things you would need just in case. If you're going to the bush, then something you need to make sure you have is things just in case the worst scenario happens and an animal attacks. You see, animals like wolves, moose, and bears up in Alaska, they don't know what year it is. To them, it might as well be 1896, because things for them haven't really changed. It's about eating whatever you can. With wolves, you don't have to worry about it as much. They'll keep their distance. They'll just basically stay away. Some bears are like that as well, where just you don't bother them, they don't bother you. And then, of course, you get the crazy bears. Like, we actually had one named Crazy in Browntown, that if it sees you, or smells you, or hears you, it wants to eat you and will hunt you down and eat you. Basically like people. Some are fine, some want to eat you. Then there's the moose. One of my earliest memories is being chased by a moose with my family. I was carried, my mom was pregnant with my younger sister, and we were saved by our dog. So, it is important in any situation like that you make sure you have the proper tools for the situation. For me, I need something that is strong enough. I need something that is strong enough and powerful enough to be able to stop a bear charging. Though there's not any bears on my island, it is possible for them to swim over for the berries that are there, because bears love berries. I could not help myself. I apologize. For me, the appropriate tool for the situation, it's not bear spray. It is a 45-70. This is the appropriate rifle for the appropriate occasion. This 45-70 has enough stopping power to stop a charging bison, much less a grizzly bear. Keep in mind with all of this, it is also dependent on how good of a shot you are and what location you hit the animal. This gun, ironically, sidetrack, was listed on its specs to be the only rifle that was literally listed to be able to take down a T-Rex. It's the rifle that was used in one of the Jurassic World or Jurassic Park movies, and so the company that makes the 45-70 was actually listed on it as being able to be able to stop a bison, a grizzly bear, a T-Rex. It's very cool. I'm not sure if it's still listed there, but it used to be. It's one of those fun things. This gun is very, very useful. Very useful. If you're being charged, this is kind of the one you want, unless you have a 12-gauge shotgun with slugs in it. This one is, you need to be a little bit more accurate, but it will knock it down quicker. Now, the other situation that you might need a tool like this is if you are hunting, which I'm going to be. This is a 300 Win Mag. It is a very, very special weapon, not just because of how useful, the kind of distance that this thing can hit when scope is sighted properly, which this one is. It is unbelievably just a good tool. So, this one, as you can see, it's older. It's a bit older. This gun was the family rifle decades ago. this was it. We were at a stage to where we had two rifles. We had my dad's 30-06, and we had this one. And then everyone else everyone was able to choose a weapon, a rifle. Most went with shotguns, just in case. And my dad asked me if I wanted to take this guy, because I'm a bit of a long shot. And he asked me if I wanted to take this one as my personal. And I decided that I did. So I went ahead with this Remington. It's the last on my dad's the last time my dad took down a deer was with this rifle I'm holding. This was the one. Yeah, this was his go-to. After I decided to use this one instead of getting a new one, because this would just stay the family rifle. Instead, it became mine. And he told me, he's like, well, whenever I go hunting, I'm going to want to borrow that. And that was fine by me. He did, and this was the rifle that was used the last time my dad took down a deer. It's a good one. It's good. Scope is clean and clear. It's a Leopold scope, and the rifle is a Remington. So Remington and 300 Win Mag. It's a 770. Yep, 770. Anyway, very special. Very special. So those are the two rifles that I'm taking with me to my trip. Because they both deserve to go back to Alaska. So that's what I'm going to do with them. Now, there's other things that you should take with. I like and prefer to take a sidearm as well. I prefer to take a sidearm. Glasses are dirty. Constantly clean with. Usually, I take a sidearm. I have a couple different ones, but I'm taking a trip to Canada, and the paperwork to be able to take those across the border is a little bit stickier than rifles. So I won't be able to take a pistol, it looks like. I'm going to try, but it looks like I'm not going to be able to get cleared for that. But besides that, I'm going with the typical. I have my Leopold spotting scope, just in case. And my machete. And a good knife. No matter what you do in Alaska, you need to make sure that you have an appropriate knife. And this is definitely it. This is full tang. It's good. It's weighted properly. I actually gave this knife to my dad. This was my dad's. I gave it to him. When I went to Oregon in order to help my now ex-wife move in with me, I found this. And it was a good full tang. And I took it back as a offering for my dad. So it's only befitting that he gets to go to Alaska. So that's the main knife I'm taking. And then I, of course, have a pocket knife, and I have whittling and stuff like that, because I'm going to do some whittling. And I've several machetes I could take with me to choose from, but I'm going to be taking this one. It has a good sling. It's sturdy. It has its own sharpening and everything. So this is the one I'm going to be taking with for my machete. So I have pretty much everything I need. I admit at first I had designated to take a few too many knives with me. I don't know why. But between the machete, the large knife, and then I'm taking this guy with me just in case I need a knock-around knife. This was actually a gift. This is a gift from my brother and his wife. So it's nice. It's Thor's hammer on the hilt. It's good. It's hand forged. It's sturdy. I think it'd make a good work whittling knife type thing. And it's old school. I like that. I like old school things. I'm noticing as I have my stuff laid out that I have conifer seed bugs everywhere. They're still in the baby form, right? And they are tucked into everything. I'm gonna need to make sure that none of those make it to Alaska. I'll fumigate everything. Make sure there aren't any in any of my boxes, because that'd just be awful. Not that they'd make it alive anyway. So that's the plan. These are some of the tools, some of the parts I'm taking with me. And then, of course, I have my typical tackle and everything here that's needed. This is actually a good knife. I like this one. It's good. Yeah. So I have a couple here, knife sharpening, and a ton of lures and hooks and everything I'll need. So I am taking food with me to Alaska, but I'm not planning on needing it. Because once I pick up my hunting and fishing license, I'm probably going to go to subsistence and do that. Because I can fish off my dock, not my dock, my porch, literally. At high tide, I can fish off my porch because that would be awesome. Yeah, but I got all my gear set up. I even picked up. I had these for a while. They were my stuff from Alaska, but they're identification cards, which are cool. Yeah. Whew. I cannot wait to get me a halibut. That'll be cool. Been too long. Been way too long. Ooh, my mouth is watering. Anyway, so that's cool. This is just some of the gear I have in my gear list of things I need to take with me. I have a box full of tools back there that I'm also going through because I don't need every tool ever made. I just need the tools that I'm going to use once I'm up there. But that's really hard to judge what you will need. That's more on the difficult side. Yeah, that's the tricky part. I guess that's one of my downsides. It's one of the reasons that my pockets used to be just full all the time, is because you never know what you're going to need in any given situation. And no matter how many times I run through my head of what I'm going to need on the island, I might end up needing something I didn't think of. That's something I can't get. And that's why I'm bringing my carving knives, in case I have to make it out of wood. That's funny. So, this is the base of the gear. Next, I'll be doing my tools, maintenance supplies, and things like that. And I guess I don't need as many plates and pans as I was going to before. Before, there were going to be 4 of us. Now there's just 1 going up. So I figure I'll drop down how many silverware and plates I need. Probably just go with 2 instead. Adam's awake. Okay, cool. Hi, my bug. Hello, Buggy. Oh. Oh. You have a good sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have good dreams?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good, I'm glad. I'll take care of it. Okay. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. I am hanging up there.
I don't know. Tickles.